changed his life. We can keep that there. Had a moment to speak with Holly and Darren yesterday morning, and Holly's story is very similar to Kelly's, so I'm proud that he's going to be able to come and share this, because these are stories that we celebrate and we want to hear again and again. So thank you, Kelly.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Some of you all know my story, I guess. I started coming to Brock United Methodist Church last summer. I was going through a pretty tough time in my life. I had just been laid off from my job. I had just gone through another failed relationship. My dad was in the hospital with some serious health problems. My dog died. This all happened probably within, 2-3 week period, and I was down. I didn't feel like there was a God, because it just didn't seem like my prayers were ever answered. And I guess I was asking for the wrong things, and I didn't realize that I had to leave it all up to Him. And maybe those were some of the things that were His way of telling me that. One day I came home. I'd been out looking for a job or something, I don't remember, but I found a door hanger left on my door from Brock United Methodist Church, and I said, come worship with us. Contemporary services at 9 o'clock. I just kind of, normally I would throw something like that in the trash and not even think about it, but for some reason I stuck it up on my refrigerator. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, I started coming to the 9 o'clock services for a while, and I just, excuse me.
Got it, Kelly.
Anyway, I started coming at 9 o'clock, and I just kind of sat in the back by myself, and I didn't really want to be noticed or anything like that. But every time I came, everybody made me feel real welcome.
We specialize in
that. It was always a handshake or a hug or something. I'm like, wow, this is really different. I wasn't used to that. But one Sunday, we were asked to come forth and take communion, and after I took communion, I kneeled to pray, and I asked God to take over my life. Anyways, it's kind of like I was right now. I kind of lost it. And I went and sat down in the back, and I didn't think I was going to do this. Anyways, after service, a man I didn't even know, Perry Mater, came up to me, put his hand on my shoulder. I don't remember what he said. It's going to be all right.
Probably told you a story or something.
Anyway, either Perry or somebody must have said something to Alan that day, because the next day, Alan called me up on the phone. He invited me to lunch, and so we went to lunch, and he asked me, what's bringing you to church? You know, he says it's not often you find a man, you know, comes by himself every week. And, you know, I was coming on a regular basis, but, you know, I wasn't involved yet. So, anyway, Alan and I, we discussed my walk of faith and the possibility of being baptized, and I went home that day and I had a talk with God, and 2 weeks later I was baptized. But anyway, I'm happy to say because of this church that, you know, I found Jesus Christ, and that's changed me, and, you know, excuse me, have a renewed relationship with my parents. I'm a better father. Everybody that I've met through this church and the people that I'm meeting now outside this church, I mean, you know, they're followers of Jesus. And also want to thank Mike Wortman. I don't see him in here this morning, but I've been going to school to be a home inspector. And I met Mike through this church. I don't think that was a coincidence. You know, he's been a great mentor. I'm involved with Disciple Bible Study, Sunday School, helping any way I can for this church. And I'm proud to say that I love this church, and I can hardly wait for next Sunday to hear the message.
Kelly, thank you very much.